Hello and welcome back to my personal hell. Season 20. It has been the better part of a month before I've actually attempted to record this, mainly because the set that came out didn't do a whole lot to help expedite my rank progression, and eventually we did get that rumored second selection pack, and that finally included the most important card I was looking for. And alas, we're gonna have a very different deck this time around. So let's look at our changes here. Adjust the microphone, so hopefully you can hear me just slightly better. Okay, so this is, again, experimental state of the deck. This is 10k broker control with most important change, Clockwork Night. So let me try to go over all the new cards, starting with, actually this time, the extra deck. So the most important thing that we had unlocked at the beginning of the month was Sky Striker Ace Azalea. This is a fantastic extra deck card for us. And as it happens, I've even asked some Sky Striker players, and they've said that this is actually not a great card to add to the Sky Striker deck list, which I think is great. It's a Link 2, and it needs to be Link summons, so they really can't take very frequent advantage of this outside of what they would already do with, like, Sky Striker Zeke. So this is a very rare card for them to actually use, if at all. But for me, this is super useful. So right off the bat, we have Clockwork Night, which makes everybody machines. It's machine type, so if for whatever reason I lock down summoning, I can still summon this. Must be Link summoned, not an issue. I'm only going to Link summon it. 2 dark and or 2 light monsters. Pretty much all our shit is dark. That's fine, we can totally still run this. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 card on the field, pop it. But if you have 3 or less spells in the graveyard, send this to the graveyard. So we don't really want that. But if we have milled enough spells into the grave, and that includes continuous spells, then Sky Striker Azalea gets to stick around. And when it sticks around, once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if it battles an opponent's monster, we can banish a spell from our graveyard, destroy that opponent's monster. So it is a 2 material, which is basically almost any 2 materials, because virtually all of our monsters are light or dark. Any 2 materials, boom, we have Azalea. And so long as we have 4 spells in the grave, it sticks around. So it's a little bit conditional summon, but 2 material, extra deck monster, pops 1 card, not just any card in terms of like monster, spell, or trap, but also any card on the field, which means I can pop my own cards if I want to, which is also great. I love that versatility. And in addition to that, once per turn, up to a minimum of 4 times, it has a damage step monster pop. That is amazing value. That is the best 2 material extra deck pop 1 of anything card I've seen yet. I've tried a lot of different cards that could do stuff like this. There's Phantom Knights of Breaksword that forces you to pop 1 of your cards as a cost to pop 1 of their cards. It would frequently pop itself in the process. There's Divine the Vulcan, which is a 2-card bounce. So it's not as harmful to you, but it also is not as harmful to the other player. And that's a synchro summon. You would specifically need to have Ghost Ogre on the field in order to merge it with Broker and then to make that. So, and that also, if I was running anything else, that wasn't level 3, I wouldn't be able to make Break Sword. So this is even easier to make than that. Easier to make, pop any card, and then I get continual combat tricks during the damage step, which is the hardest time for players to respond to anything I'm doing. That's fantastic. This is excellent value, easy addition to my deck, and it looks cool. So no issues there. Also, if I really wanted to attack for 1500 for whatever reason, I could regardless of lose one turn, because it's a Link monster. So that's just fantastic. I have also caved and got the Dark Charmer Gloomy, which honestly may be the most popular card in my entire deck. It takes any 2 monsters, including a dark monster, and target 1 dark monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your zone this card points to. This Link summon monster is destroyed by battle or is destroyed by your opponent's card effect while in its monster's zone, owner's monster zone. You can add a dark monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. Now, I've always looked at this card as, oh, well, you could possibly fetch Broker with it. This can fetch Magical Broker, but you'd be summoning a 1850 beat stick onto the field and hoping it would die to your opponent's battle or card effect, which I don't want it to be getting into battle, right? It's not my interest. That's just opening me up to taking attack damage, which I don't want. However, I have been severely underestimating its first effect. Target 1 dark monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your zone this card points to, and that's a once per turn effect. So I can summon this thing and then special summon up to 2 more monsters at least. I said up to and at least, which is a little redundant, but I could summon 2 monsters, sack them for some other purpose, and keep summoning more monsters with this card, so long as my opponent has dark monsters in the grave. And dark monsters are the most common attribute in this game, which is why it is the most popular Link Charmer in the game. Now, I'm not running like Link 3s or Link 4s, so this isn't the strongest benefit to me, but being able to basically take my opponent's monsters, permanently put them on my side of the field, and that potentially being tribute fodder for 10,000 dragon would be amazing. It could also fill in the gaps I need to summon some of my other extra deck stuff. Also bear in mind, if my opponent is running a couple dark monsters, and hell, level 4 is the most common level of any monsters in the game, I could summon 2 level 4 monsters from my opponent's graveyard. Boom, I got a Time Thief Redoer. So it's for those reasons that I'm actually attempting to run this. The first time I've ran this and I've been able to summon it, it was super great, was very useful. I've not gotten a whole lot of mileage out of it since, but when I've summoned it, it's been super great. So looking at it like that for right now, I've brought back Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon. For now, you shouldn't be seeing too much that's actually different about the extra deck besides that. Let's talk about the main deck. I'm trying out Bestial Magnum Hut. It's limited to 1 right now, but I'm trying out Bestial Magnum Hut for 2 main reasons. 1, it attacks the grave, which is actually three reasons. There's 3 reasons I'm running this. 1, because it attacks the grave. If someone's trying to do something, I can quick effect special summon this, and well, first off, it banishes it, so it doesn't I can't lose my grave attack by like lose 1 turn or something like that, right? I can lose its fetch effect by that, but just to use its grave effect, that is completely immune to lose 1 turn. So if my opponent tries to do something funky with the grave, I can special summon this onto the field, which is pretty common, so I should be able to summon this relatively frequently. This is also... Okay, so there's... there's a lot of stuff going into this. So it's got that grave effect, right? I've already got reason to run that for... just to get... I've run DD Crow just for grave offense, right? So it has that effect. It's also 2500 attack, which means it procs Chronicle Magician. However, its defense is only 500 shy of what it needs to be in order to satisfy half of 10k summoning requirements, which Clockwork Night contributes to. So this special summoning procs this, gets them both onto the field. Boom, I have 10k. In addition to that, Bestial Magnum Hut, as long as its effect is not negated, which it will be negated if I have Grave or lose one turn out, this... okay, actually, I have to bear in mind, this is a freely activatable quick effect. I actually do not need my opponent to activate anything, which is even better. So I can banish, like, a Broker from my grave, or a Ghost Ogre from my grave to summon this thing. So, even better, for like, take back what I said about that. It's a quick effect, so I can use it offensively, is the important point there. Easy to special summon, procs Chronicle, but during end phase, it also fetches 10,000 Dragon. So, hypothetically, if I have Chronicle in hands, and I'm ready to go for a game, and I only need to pitch one thing, and I have a Broker out, and I have something in the grave I can banish, or my opponent has something in the grave I can banish, I can Broker, pitch a Grave of the Super Ancient Organism, special Bestial Magnum Hut, special Chronicle Magician, end phase, fetches 10,000 Dragon, start of my next turn, special summon 10,000 Dragon, swing for game. So, the main reason I'm running this is just that it fetches 10,000 Dragon. All the other stuff, it not only fetches 10,000 Dragon, but it can also serve as the summoning requirements. Half the summoning requirements for 10,000 Dragon. So, there's a lot going into this that is... There's a lot to like about this card, but being able to summon, fetch 10,000 Dragon during the tournament with special summons is very important. Very, very, very important. So that is the main reason we're trying this out. I don't super like how he looks. I'm not big on the theme, but, you know, whatever. We also have Synchro Zone, which is another card I've been waiting to come out. All you need to know is the first sentence. Neither player can declare attacks except Synchro monsters. That's immediately more reliable than Dark Sanctuary, because Dark Sanctuary is a coin flip. However, it also covers my Link monster weakness, which you get if you're running Fire Prison. Fire Prison is the same effect, except Link monsters. Link monsters can go all willy-nilly. So, you might worry, well, Synchro monsters are also really common. Yes, but they're also pretty difficult to run around, and they're not as common in everyone's deck because Crystron Halki Firebrax is banned. So, unless we're up against someone who has some, like, dedicated Synchro decks, like Sword Soul or Mathmech or something like that, we're really not going to be running... Not that this is going to stop, like, Mathmech, like, Geomathmech Sigma or whatever the fuck its name is. But, just bear that in mind. Synchro decks can get around this particular card. But, Synchro decks cannot get around 3 copies of Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. So, this addresses pretty much all boss monsters that get around this, with the exception of monsters that are unaffected by card effects, but that's just a given at this point. So, with these 2 cards combined, we should be able to address the vast majority of combat that could possibly take place. So that's super big. Finally, we need to talk about Clockwork Night and everything that Clockwork Night implies. This is the card I have been waiting a year for. It is the second most powerful card to be added to this deck since Decisive Battle of Golgotha. Decisive Battle of Golgotha has done everything I've wanted it to do. Since I saw this card, I'm like, this is super great. This is amazing. I can't wait to add this to my deck. And so far, I've seen nobody else playing it, but everybody who's run up against this card has felt the pain of it. Because they've tried to nuke... They have tried to nuke me like 5 times in a game, and I've gone, nope, 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 every single fucking time, and they have no answer for it, which is amazing. Now, it's time for Clockwork Night. I feel very similarly about Clockwork Night, though it may not be so obvious why. All face-up monsters on the field become machine monsters. Right off the bat, first thing you need to know, that is a soft floodgate. There are a lot of cards that require type-specific monsters to be on the field, either to summon or to activate effects. Forcing machine types on all of my opponent's monsters is excellent. Machine also isn't an exceptionally vulnerable... machine type also isn't an exceptionally vulnerable monster type to... theft effects either, as opposed to, I don't know, some other types of monsters that are a little bit also very common. Machine is pretty common, but there's not a whole lot to abuse machine. It'd be a little more dangerous if, say, this changed all my monsters to dragons. Although if we had that, I'd be able to get 5-headed dragon online super fucking easily. I wish, but unfortunately, we don't have that card. So anyway, Clockwork Night, all face-up monsters on the field become machine monsters. Soft floodgate, very important, not to be underestimated. Some people can play straight through that, some people are completely fucked by that. So, first sentence, very important. Second, machine monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Also, machine monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. That is the functional equivalent of putting an Axe of Despair on every single one of my monsters. So I put this out. Turn 1. Immediately I have Immediately I have protection on Magical Broker. Then I normal summon Magical Broker. Magical Broker suddenly becomes 2,000 attack and 700 defense. So that's a quarter of 10k summoning requirement right there. And on top of that, he can swing through and over anyone, just about anyone, who is 2,500 attack or less. And I have 2 of these in this deck. So if I put 2 out, suddenly Magical Broker can swing through virtually any boss monster, which is nuts. This allows me to play way, way, way more offensively, which is fantastic. It has a secondary fetch effect, where I can fetch an Earth Machine monster, which is something I've 100% seriously looked into, but I have not settled on actually doing anything specific with that yet. So this may be a possible pitch card for something like Foolish Burial Goods, and then I can use that to fetch like an Earth Machine monster from my deck, possibly like a Planet Pathfinder or something like that. Then I can just fetch a field spell. This could be fetch any field spell, what this card could be. That could honestly be what this is, which is also super fucking powerful. But it remains to be seen. We're not gonna fuss with that just yet. So, Clockwork Night. The main disadvantage to running Clockwork Night is that it does not synergize with Synchro Zone. Synchro Zone also prevents me from attacking with anything but Synchro monsters. So it may be favorable for me to do a more one-sided attack gate. So either Dark Sanctuary or, and I've been a little bit tempted to try this again, or a Wall of Revealing Light. I may try running this with Wall of Revealing Light again, and we'll see how that goes. But that's also a possibility. Now, when all monsters on the field become the same type, what does that do? That makes Ice Dragon's Prison way more consistent. Ice Dragon's Prison is already a primo removal card. Primo removal card. But on top of that, Ice Dragon's Prison is generally it's weak against it's weak against pile decks, and not just that it's weak against pile decks, but it's also it runs up against any deck that has like a diversity of monster card types. Like for example, Tri-Brigade. Tri-Brigade has Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast. It has those 3 types, which means it's not always the most consistent being able to activate Ice Dragon's Prison on anything. But if all monsters on the field are machine types, then Ice Dragon's Prison always has a target it can banish. And again, this is non-targeting, non-destruction removal. Granted, it targets a monster in the graveyard, but by and large, it's the monsters on the field that worry about being targeted. So that would be fucking amazing if that works that much more consistently. Ice Dragon's Prison, Clockwork Night, I haven't seen anybody comment about this. Makes a lot of sense. Also, System Down. Pay 1,000 life points. Banish all machine-type monsters your opponent controls and in their graveyard. Now granted, Clockwork Night does not turn all monsters in the graveyard to machine, which would have made it way more viable to run this card. But just flat out pay 1,000 life points, banish all my opponent's monsters. Really good. Really fucking good. Remains to be seen if this is too situational or whether this is only going to be really decent if I'm running 3 copies of Clockwork Night. That's the main thing to bear in mind there. Also, we're bringing back Fierce Tiger Mongu because all other monsters on the field lose 500 attack. That means with Clockwork Night, all monsters my opponent controls lose 1,000 attack. Fierce Tiger Mongu also goes up by 500 with Clockwork Night, which means Fierce Tiger Mongu can activate his effect in any of my opponent's monsters who's lost 1,000 attack points, and that somehow sinks them below 2,200 points, which is most boss monsters. Once per turn, he can wipe them. That's insane. That is legitimately ridiculous. That is every turn I can wipe something off the board. And then they use a pop effect on him. Well, guess what? Decisive Battle Golganda, fuck you. And that's not all. Fierce Tiger Mongu wipes anything that's below his attack value. We're also running Duel Academy. As long as there is a machine type on the field, once per turn, if we activate a monster effect, we can target one of our face-up monsters. It permanently gains 1,000 attack, making Fierce Tiger Mongu stronger every single time he activates his effect. Or Magical Broker stronger every single time he activates his effect. Suddenly, Magical Broker can swing over anything he fucking wants, because fuck you. That is why I've been so hyped for this particular card. Now, I'm running 2 copies because I'm kind of sort of trying to play just a little teeny tiny bit conservative, but it remains to be seen still. Duel Academy can still be good if my opponent is running any of these other monster types that are on the field. Unfortunately, none of these monster types include Spellcaster, which means Magical Broker can't capitalize on it. Also, it does include Psychic, so Ghost Ogre can't capitalize on it. It does include Beast, though. And Beast triggers its Trap card effect, which means it can pop a card on the field, which is also really good. So, this is just trial deck. Again, this is just what our trial deck's looking like at the moment. Some stuff is not going to work together so well. Bestial Magnum Hut may not be as useful as I want it to be, but there's so much potential here. And my main goal, as per usual, is just to rank up a little bit. I think there's only a couple days left, honestly, in this season, though. So it remains to be seen what's really gonna show up here. Yeah, so this season ends tomorrow night. So I'm gonna have to get in one or two of these little sessions in, and hopefully I make some progress. We'll see. So let's give this a trot. I've only tested this out in the solo missions against bots. So let's see how it works for real. You do not have a full extra deck. Interesting. Bang of Critias. It's a Mirror Force Dragon deck. Okay. Okay. Interesting. We can totally work with this. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna summon Fierce Tiger Mongu just yet. I don't know what his face down is. I'm gonna hold off on that. Deal 3 warrior-type monsters in your deck, including at least 1 Blackluster Soldier. If you pick Blackluster Soldier, add it to your hand and send the rest to the graveyard. Okay, it's just a fetch card. That's nice. I was worried it would be something else. Oh, if this may have the new Blackluster Soldier in it, honestly. The new Blackluster Soldier has to attack, though. It has to attack to get its effect going. Taking their sweet time picking their cards. Oh, a bit different. Oh, I picked the Blackluster Soldier he wanted. That's unfortunate. But they're also warriors, which means I can do shit. Okay. Could potentially summon BLS right now, I think. I forget his summoning requirements. Is it 1 light and 1 dark monster from the grave? Yep, here we go. Alright, I should have an effect. An opportunity. Banish gets to add a ritual card. Gets to add a ritual spell. Okay, let me read this effect. Not be normal summon set, must be target 1 monster on the field, banish it. If this destroys an opponent's monster by battle, can make a second attack. Okay. So it's pretty slow effect. You already banished those, so I can't use Ice Dragon's Prison to out it. Okay. I should be in good shape right now. I don't have any monsters he can banish. Definitely getting ready to ritual a Blackluster Soldier. That ritual. Let me... What does this die do again? Raise a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, and... Yes. Banishing your face down. Hold on, let me keep reading here. If this card is destroyed by opponent's card effect, special summon a guy with Fierce Knight. Oh, that's it? It just has a burn effect if it destroys a monster in combat? Okay, that's kind of lame. Alright, it was just a set beginning night. No worries about that. Repeat monsters from your hand or field is total levels equal to 8. Okay. I imagine he wants to keep Mirror Force Dragon. Monster you control is targeted for an attack by an opponent's card effect. You can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Blackluster Soldier, Super Soldier. Okay. Set face down. And that's all his cards, which I'm not too worried about so far. If I draw a Clockwork Night, Fierce Tiger Mongu can out these 3 guys right now. I can banish one of these guys with their Blackluster Soldier too. Actually, no. Cannot be no. Must be special summon. I can't do that, actually. I actually can't do that. Ice Dragon's Prison's limitations are showing. There can be only one would help right now. We'll activate that. Blackluster Soldier was ritual summoned normally, so I think I can still special summon it. So I may be able to special summon this if he pitches it. You got a bunch of level 8s here. You got XYZs. Target one Blackluster Soldier you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do special summon Blackluster Soldier with a different name. Okay. That's fine. I'll allow it. Okay, so he takes advantage of it before he's forced to send it. But now that's just going to be pitched. Can I... Play Ice Dragon's Prison is live, so I can summon the ritual monsters. So I can clear his field right now, which is great. Okay. Broker. I can't just swing into attack right now, though. Not an option I have. I'm gonna hold off right now. I mean, does this person have the Blackluster Soldier retrain? It kind of defeats the point of this dude, I think. Sorry, what? You can banish this card, then target, add it to your hand. Okay, sure. Already banished quite a few of his cards. 27. How high defense? 2,000. They have 2,000 defense. Okay. I do want to use this. Alright. I'm gonna Titanicider that. You can activate something in your hand. Card for an attack or by an opponent's card effect. What? Or by an opponent's card effect? What? Hold on. When a monster, any monsters you control, is targeted for an attack or by an opponent's card effect. Dude, I did not read. I thought it was just for an attack. God damn. Okay. Well, kind of get some mileage. Oh, I can summon it? Must first be special summon. Okay. That's fine. And I'll bring back this Synchro Zone. That's unfortunate. Nope. Now we'll final countdown. Man, I wish I hadn't done that. But whatever, we get some combat damage in. I hope they aren't able to do like a rank 4 XYZ with their little weenies. And pop my back row with like a tornado dragon or something. That would suck. Okay, couldn't do anything. Nice. Lose one turn, that could be good. They probably have multiple copies of Mirror Force. I should bear that in mind. I should have turned Magical Broker to defense, but whatever. It is also worth noting that if my opponent runs Ice Dragon's Prison, I am also at a greater disadvantage if I'm running... I'm also at a greater disadvantage because they can use any of their own monsters to remove my stuff. Even though I do not frequently get Brokers in the grave. Or at least as frequently as they put their own monsters in the grave. What the fuck are we doing? Running the Legendary Warriors? is always treated as legendary Dragon Critias. Okay. Okay, I don't think anyone's ever summoned these guys on me. Okay. When this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up spell trap on the field, banish that target. Once per turn, when this card is targeted for an attack, you can target one effect monster in a graveyard. The card's name becomes a replace this effect with that card's original. Ooh, you can get that. You can have this duplicate your you can have this duplicate your Mirror Force Dragon's effect. That'd be pretty nasty. But nope, lose one turn, fucks you. I can't out it with Fierce Tiger Mongu yet. I can if I get a Clockwork Night. No, I need a Clockwork Night for that. We'll go defense now. You're not a synchro monster, my dude. Yeah, I don't think this deck has much of an answer against Synchro Zone. I mean, this guy could out Synchro Zone because he can banish it, but I also opt deck to lose one turn. And he can't out that too. Alright, Pot of Duality. Can we get a Clockwork Night? That'd be great. Ooh. I'm gonna fetch Clockwork Night. If there's any actual risk of any of my individual cards getting popped, I do still have 2 uses of my Vivid Tail, which is still a great utility card. I honestly am super pleased with this card. I've gotten so much value out of it. Seriously wasn't even expecting anything from that. I was just sorting through like real-life Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I came across that, and I was like, I can bounce any of my shit 3 fucking times with 1 card on different turns, spell speed 2? That's fucking great, dude. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna regret not fetching a decisive battle, I'm sure. Alright, now you can't activate your effects and attack for other reasons. Okay. Alright, with this, I believe Fierce Tiger Mongu can out this dude. Clockwork Night. Boom, look at that. That looks fucking sexy. Summon Fierce Tiger Mongu. Oh, yep. Let's activate this effect. Boom. You're gone. Your turn. During end phase, gonna bounce this back. What are the odds you have something that can Witch's Strike me? Or that I can Witch's Strike you with? We're gonna change you to defense. Change you to attack. And we're gonna attack a broker. Mirror Force. He allows it. Lovely. We'll set Synchro Zone. Another back row card. What do you expect to do? In the battle phase, you can discard this card, blah 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 blah. Gains 1500 attack. Turn the end phase, this card's in your graveyard. Okay. Now what? What are you trying to do here? I'm not gonna flip Synchro Zone yet. Trying to bait me. Okay. Oh. Ah. Rough choice there. This does not have... This is not a hard once per turn effect, I'm afraid. what you're just allowing me to do is resummon it, activate it again. Yep. Want to mirror force me now? That's what I thought. Alright. Now for 2,000. Go on. If he board wipes me right now, I can salvage 2 cards. Or at least I can turn one of these cards into a draw and bounce one back. That's unfortunate. I have 2 things preventing you from doing what you're trying to do right now. Can I fizzle this? I might be able to fizzle this effect. I'd like to do it on like his ritual summon, but let me see if this fizzles. Nope. Still gets it. You're really pitching this Blackluster Soldier to summon this, like, distinctly inferior Blackluster Soldier? Why? I'm not sure I understand. He still can't attack. Yep, battle phase. Phase. Cool. So now that that's the end of your turn, I'm going to pitch. There can be only one. Which, by the way, locks him out of summoning any more cards. I didn't even think about that. That was a mistake. It locks him out of summoning more cards because Clockwork Night. I should have thought about that. It would 100% fizzle his ritual summon, any ritual summon he attempted. I didn't really think that through all the way. Ooh. I'd like to just swing over him with the Clockwork Night. Let's try this. Probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, there was a safer move here. I'm gonna try this. Alright. What can you do? Two Clockwork Knights and Broker can swing over Blackluster Soldier. It's a good feeling. This set literally released, like, the new Blackluster Soldier retrain. I really don't know why he's running this at all, especially because he's not, like, using anything that can capitalize on this particular version of Blackluster Soldier. Okay. Just to be safe, I'm gonna pitch one of these Clockwork Nights. He only had one turn left after this to survive, so... Ooh. Rough times. Infinite impermanence. That's unfortunate. To be honest, you're in Diamond rank and you're running, like, the default Blackluster Soldier. There's literally, like, a better Blackluster Soldier in the game as of this month. I don't know why I didn't see it at all. I want to see if it was even in their deck. It's literally not even in their deck. Blackluster Soldier, the Legendary Swordsman. Instead, you just have Super Soldier and the default Blackluster Soldier. I don't know why you have this. You have this. This is decent, but, like, the actual, like, new ritual monster Blackluster Soldier, instead you have these the Legendary Knight cards, and these, the Hermos and Critias cards. I don't know, man. You didn't even have a full extra deck going into this, so I don't know what you expected. Let's try again. I see someone running Blackluster Soldier. I definitely expect that Link monster to be in play. That Link monster can 100% be a menace. I've lost many times to it. You didn't even summon it. Didn't get monsters much out at all. Okay. Not an astounding hand. Ooh, Cash Tira. Can't wait for this game of solitaire. Let me just put my controller down. Punk Cash Tira. The good thing I have Grave the Super Ancient Organism. See how much that does for me. Dude's spending a lot of life points. You know, at least the Blackluster Soldier player didn't do this. Didn't take this long with their turns. Didn't spam for five shits onto the field, and then some. And didn't have the politeness to end their fucking turn. Target a face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. Okay. Decisive Battle stacks. We can use 2 Decisive Battles. Oh, Baron de Fleur, awesome. Its destruction prevention is not a hard once per turn, but its fetch effect is a hard once per turn. Ironically. Why can't you just not be retarded and just ban all effects that are hard once per turns? Just make everything a hard once per turn. Oh, joy. Let me guess, we got a water monster in the grave, huh? Water, water. There he is. Cool. Okay. Let's see if I can bait out one of these negates. Hopefully 2 of these negates. Decisive Battle. Decisive Battle. Clockwork Night. Does that spook ya? It spooks ya. Okay. Thanks. I'll just pitch that. Thanks for letting me resolve. Appreciate that. Can I get you to take this bait too? Ooh. Okay. Is there anything stopping me from attacking this guy? If your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your punk card effect activation, special summon this card. Alright. Oh, if this card is in your graveyard. Synchro summon a punk monster. Can you? Do you have punk monsters to synchro summon? Okay. Psychic and Punisher? No. This person. Okay. They can still negate both of these cards, which is a problem. I need to resolve this Grave the Super Ancient Organism, but it's probably not going to happen. If it doesn't resolve, then that's just game right there. Don't negate it. Alright, well, that's game. Even if they don't destroy him, it's still What are you doing? The fuck kind of bug was that? Weird as shit. Alright, not amazing. That was pretty conventionally atrocious. What you expect when Barone is legal and one of the most used cards in the entire game. Also, there's essentially no drawback to that Emancipator dude. Just needs to have a water monster in the grave, which is a low ask. This is a pretty awful hand. This is pretty bad. Would have liked to have had Witch's Strike. I'm gonna need this. If they have a Harpy's Feather Duster, so be it. But I need to lock down combat pretty quickly here, so I'm gonna get a Grave. If they start Synchro Summoning, I'll just call it quits. Ooh, okay. If it's Blue Eyes, we got a potential here. Blue Eyes does have a dedicated synchro. They have two dedicated synchros. But will they summon them? Sorry, what was that? Ooh. Okay. Doesn't look like Blue Eyes. Not a typical Blue Eyes splash card. It is Blue Eyes deck though. Getting alternative out. Setting already. Promising. Okay, that's good. That's good. Can totally work with this. Alright, beginning of battle phase, I activate Synchro Zone. And Grave of the Super Ancient Organism will be very useful against you. Need a raid Synchro Zone. Alright. Okay, now we're actually sticking it out past turn 1. Can't always say that, as we've seen. Alright, and now if you do try to summon some Synchro monsters, he can punish you for that with Titanicider. Synchro Zone may actually, like, perversely incentivize our opponents to Synchro Summon, which may mean that Tysanicider gets a little bit more value, too. Special summon a monster in the grave, huh? Oh, what do you get? Target one monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard, banish it. Okay, well, I don't have that. You don't get your attack bonus. I don't know why you have this in the deck. It's really not a good splash for you, I feel. I mean, it's level 8. It's another level 8. You just consider this to be like a good target for back to the friend? I mean, aren't there better dragon cards for special summoning your shit back? Maybe you just want spell speed too? I don't know. You're not XYZ or anything like that? Oh, the game sure thinks it's over. They're counting up the total amount of attack points on their side and they're like, oh, it's game now. Okay. Nice. Now, you can't even activate your high-level monster's effects. Even if you wanted to. Oh, we're gonna synchro? As a tuner. Unfortunately, now even your synchros can't attack. But only to a dragon-type monster, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and neither player takes any battle damage from attacks involving it. It's an awfully strange card to be running. Okay. Oh, that's rather unfortunate. Who all seem to be dragons. Still the strongest card in this deck. I have reason to take it out now because of Clockwork Night, but I mean this is still an incredibly powerful card. Alright, you can all go to the grave now. Assuming you're going to keep an alternative. No, okay. Can't be destroyed by battle. Neither player takes battle damage from attacks involving it. Interesting choice to put on that guy. We can do this. I'm gonna stick this out for as long as I can. I can block myself from using Ice Dragon's Prison if I have There Can Be Only One out and Clockwork Night. I gotta remember that. Magical Academy, nice. Can't capitalize off of dragons. This lets you special summon more dragons. Bear that in mind. Here's Tiger Mongu. You can work with this. Can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Okay. I think I'll hold on to Fierce Tiger Mongu with that in mind. In before I get OTK'd. I am a beast, though. So if I summon this beast... No, I won't have anything to pop unless he sets a card. There we go, he set a card. Ooh, that would be unfortunate for you as well. What's the best way to play this, I wonder? I have a beast, activates this. It's Ice Dragon's Prison. Let's just take one of these guys. I'm gonna take your dude right here. No. I'm gonna keep him. I will activate this, though. Oh, I could have procced Chronicle Magician. My god, I didn't even think about that. Could have procced Chronicle Magician and I didn't do it. What an idiot. Shit. Alright. Gonna put this right here. We're gonna ban ourselves a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Can't play that. Your turn. Can't special summon him. What you're gonna discard? Into dark monsters. I'd really only be able to link into Codebreaker. It's my only option right now. Card on the field is destroyed by battle card effect. You can special summon this card from the graveyard to start the damage step. If this card battles, you can bounce any card. That's why I need to full stop combat. Because of shit like this. Every turn, this guy can bounce any one of my cards. And it can take a lot to put some cards out onto the field. Other cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's artifacts. If I put a Clockwork Night out... And no, I'm not blind to the fact that this could be really good in my own deck. I'm not at all blind to that. I change you to defense. At the moment, we can safely wait out this game. Unless you're able to OTK me this turn. It's not looking like it's in favor. Thankfully, you had a pretty mediocre opening hand. Okay. Okay. Is this guy just showing me what he has? Okay. Thanks for playing. I got one use of Duel Academy. We got its pop effect off. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's keep going. Let's hope we can escape a turn 1 without seeing Barone or Divine Arsenal or whatever the fuck else gets summoned turn 1. To be fair, Access Code Talker and Divine Arsenal don't usually get summoned turn 1, but good god. Really do not need to see them at all, ever. Alright, much better opening hand going second. Drytron! Alright, well, maybe it doesn't matter, honestly. Maybe not. Maybe it really doesn't matter. Hey, sorry, whoa, that doesn't seem like legit Drytron. What is this shit? Not Drytron Herald, Drytron Magician of Chaos? Say what? I mean, any Drytron player that goes first and then surrenders that's a victory, and I think that's a victory in everybody's book. Two more wins, we get rank 4. I'd like to be able to put that up on the wall. Nice, going first. Have not seen Bestial Magnum Hut yet. Okay. We could weather Numerons with this. Maybe I should have saved Duel Academy. That's not useful right now. Really? You're gonna evenly match me? You're gonna evenly match me, okay. I guess I'll banish Broker, and I'll banish Duel Academy. I don't have many answers to evenly match, to be fair. Just to say it's not particularly fair. Obelisk? Okay. Obelisk evenly matched. Obelisk did get some new card support this month. Ooh. I mean, I think I can Ice Dragon's Prison Obelisk. There just needs to be another Egyptian god on the field. Hi again. That's annoying. Involving your opponent's monster. Change that opponent's monster. Attack to 0. Negate its effects. Also cannot change its battle position. It really is a solid card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, send a level 5 or higher water monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then you can add a water monster from your graveyard to your hand. Also, until the end of the next turn after this effect resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except water monsters. I could take advantage of that. I don't know how I would, though. Okay. What are you sending to the grave? Oh, that would have been my guess, as you do got the slimes. Fair enough. Alright. It's a bit annoying. I can live with that. Yes. Ooh. That is not promising. Could hit me really hard here. That's not good. Not be destroyed by card effects. Not be targeted or destroyed by card effects. on the field. So I can still do this. To get tributes on the field, unless they special summon it, I could possibly stop them with there can be only one. Divine Beast to Graveyard, add Monster Reborn. If you're sending Ra to the grave, I can banish you. Obelisk. Let's return during the main phase. Oh, that's it? Okay. Alright. Synchro Zone will help. Okay, okay. Looking better. Can't change its battle position. That does suck for, OTK purposes. They have a card they can activate in a hand. I don't think they can activate Guardian Slime that freely. And then, if they summon any tribute fodder, I can completely lock them out from summoning stuff. I can also tribute my Magical Broker to banish whatever they summon. As long as I haven't activated this yet, though. Okay. What are we summoning? Guardian Slime. Okay. Defense mode. Why would you summon this thing in particular? Sending Slifer to the grave. Got all 3 Egyptian God cards in the grave. I would assume if you wanted to OTK me, you'd go for Ra. Sending it so you can Monster Reborn, Ra. Right, that's what you're doing. Monster Reborning Ra. Once again, let me read this just to be sure. Once per turn during your main phase, part of the graveyard. Once you're okay. Can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Okay. In defense mode. This card from the field, or 1 Winged Dragon of Ra Immortal Phoenix from your deck to the graveyard, then send 1 Winged Dragon of Ra from your monster zone to the graveyard. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing here. No, I want to stop that for sure. So we're going to take, I think Obelisk is my biggest concern here. Gonna draw a card off of it, okay. Take Obelisk, park his ass right there. 1 second, let me just read for sure. If this card was special summoned, his effects are negated. His effects are negated. So he's gonna stick around. Banish a card. Yes, I would like to banish a card. I'd like to banish this and this. And then I'll keep that Obelisk the Tormentor, thank you very much. And then as long as we're here, there can be only one. So these are the only ones who are around. That seems like a plan to you, right? We're all on the same page here. No more summons. Fuck you. Not be destroyed by card effects. Push summon this card from your hands. No, its effect is negated. Nice. This is the first time I've stolen an Obelisk. During the damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can make this card gain defense. The card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard. You can add one spell from your deck to your hands that specifically lists the card Winged Dragon of Ra. So, can't use this card's effect. Sends to the graveyard. Contribute 2 monsters. With there can be only one, I think I can still set, though. I think I can still set monsters. So we'll just keep that in mind right now. Brave the Super Ancient Organism, we'll just get that ready to go. Sheep tokens. Okay. Uh-oh. He can summon, but, there's gonna be some, gonna have an issue with that. Uh-oh. Yeah, that didn't work out. Okay, well, I didn't know exactly how that was gonna resolve, but now we know. Keeps trying to kill himself. For now, until I can out that Guardian Slime, I'm gonna keep these face down for right now. How do you like this predicament, Mr. Zorro? I legit stole Obelisk the Tormentor and then pitched my useless magical broker for it. That was such a steal, dude. Hell yeah. Would prefer not to draw that right now. I believe the way the game's logic works is that if you try to summon anything, the last thing you summoned gets pitched. You don't have a choice in the matter, so they couldn't have kept a sheep token even if they wanted to. That's my impression of how it works, though. I haven't seen anything contrary. Let's see, I got 30 cards. Got 23. I think by the time I get, a decisive battle online, we're gonna be out of options. sets a metal reflect slime. Dude, I am at 9,000 on board right now, but I can't summon it because there can be only one. I wouldn't be able to attack through Guardian Slime anyway, but still. I could literally Ice Dragon's Prison anything to out this Guardian Slime, but I can't do it while I have Obelisk out. Fortunately, I have monsters in the deck I can tribute summon, but... Magnum Hut would actually come in handy. I can just tribute summon Obelisk for that. I could tribute set it, rather. You evenly matched me, I stole your Obelisk, and then blocked you down from attacking or summoning anything whatsoever. How does that make you feel? Obelisk trying to kill itself every turn is a little annoying. And there it is, Decisive Battle. The only way I get out of this is if I draw some of my tribute monsters. So until then, this is a deck out game, which is going to last for a few turns, unless they decide to forfeit. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna just switch to off. Hopefully that speeds things up a bit. I don't normally do that, but in this case, like, they gotta swing over 4,500 with a 0/0 monster, and they can't summon anything else. There's nothing they can tribute set that's gonna swing over Obelisk. They just spoiled a card called Time Thief Power Reserve. The moment, as far as I know, it's a TCG exclusive, because Time Thieves are a TCG exclusive, but it seems like it is the best setup card for the singular purpose of getting out a Time Thief Redoer. It is a continuous trap monster that special summons it is a level 4 continuous trap monster that special summons another one of the Time Thief machine monsters from the deck to the field at no cost to card advantage. So it gets those 2 monsters out, so you can immediately go into Time Thief Redoer. And then once it's in the grave, it has a bonus effect if your Time Thief has spells and traps equipped to it, which is fucking excellent. Can't wait for that to take a goddamn year to be added to this game. There really isn't anything else that is nearly as viable for getting out Time Thief Redoer. My opinion. I'm willing to set a continuous trap card for a turn. I like trap monsters. The trap monsters that are available to me now just, like, aren't super persuasive. Like, Metal Reflect Slime is a big body to swing over, but that's all he is. He doesn't get out anything else. He doesn't have any effects, even though he's an effect monster. He's helped me get out the Super Juggernauts before. Or Super Dreadnoughts, I should say. But, like, that's all. That is all it's let me do. It's not astounding. Yeah, let's draw this a little bit faster. You want to deck out a little sooner. I'd appreciate that. Really want that card. That's another one of those cards that's super on my radar that I really, really want added to this deck. That may be the next big card that I want added to this deck. There are 2 cards that I really want added to this deck at this point. One of those is going to be Fusion Armament, because as I just recently discovered, Fusion Armament targeting Dragon Master Knight in your extra deck special summons to the field at no cost Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And as it happens, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon's attack and defense plus Magical Broker's attack and defense exactly equal 10,000. So that is a 1 card, 10k. 10k, right there. As long as I got Broker out, which I frequently do. That's astounding. And then that, if I combined that with anything that has higher stats than Broker, which, you know, most of the monsters I add to my deck have, then I'm even better off. Now we're gonna pitch Titanicider here. Damn, turns are whipping by now. Is that the card I thought it was? Yep, that's the new one. During the main or battle phase, you can banish this card from your... Hold up. Banish this card from your graveyard, add Obelisk from your deck or graveyard to your hand, then you can normal summon one Obelisk the Tormentor. Okay. Okay. Add from your deck. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you doing that. After all, I do have your other Obelisk. 14 cards in their deck. Probably not worth keeping Final Countdown. They could Infinite Impermanence and then Feather Duster me. That is something they could do. Is unaffected by your opponent's card effect. Well, unfortunately, this does not... There can be only one... Oh, it's not treated as a machine. Ooh. But you need to tribute 2 monsters. And you still can't get over my Obelisk. Because of Decisive Battle. You could nuke your 2 monsters right now. And nuke my Obelisk. Unaffected by card effects. It's unaffected by this turn. Okay, so next turn, it's gonna turn to machine, and then there can be only one who's gonna pitch it. During the end phase, rather. Oh, there he goes. Alright, let's see it. Did it fizzle? It fizzled because of Mound of the Bound Creator. Level 10 or higher monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Oh my god. You fizzled your own thing with your field spell, my guy. You're not gonna Sphere Mode me. I'm not getting 3 monsters into play. This is not gonna happen. You got 11 cards left in the deck. Good hustle. Yeah, so anyway, now that your board is clear, mind if I just waltz on over and attack you? Cool. Alright, this is maybe the last turn they're alive, so let's switch back to auto. You can't do anything else? Am I about to beat an Egyptian god card with their own fucking obelisk? In my opinion, that's the funniest one to win with. What do you got? Wow. Okay. I appreciate the effort to summon Obelisk and then tribute it to try to nuke my Obelisk. I had a backup plan for that. I would have used Decisive Battle to protect Obelisk because he's that much of a wall right now, but holy fuck, I was not expecting them to waltz right into their own field spell there. Didn't even have to do it. Alright, one more win and we have ranked up. first again. Diverse opening hands, 11 card extra deck. Toggle on, timeout, 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 come on. If they weren't doing something with their hand, I think the game would have forced them to surrender by timeout. They could alternatively be intentionally stalling, which is all well and good for me, because I can get a win off this. I wasn't about to combo you, dude. So, you know, for what it's worth. Somebody comboing me is pretty much the only reason I would do this. Taking a goddamn eternity to take a turn. Just for what will eventually be a win anyway. But if this is the one win that it takes for me to get a rank up, I mean, I'll fucking take it, man. At this point, I'm pretty much clawing my way to each rank. Okay, you just decided to burn up a huge amount of your timer. Alright, I'm still around. Okay. Is that the only thing that you were able to do? That may be the only thing in their hand that was waiting to be procced. I don't want Ice Dragon's Prison to become a dead card, but it could become one. Max C gets you fuck all. They probably think they're up against a Labyrinth player, but they're not. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. Who's on turn? What have you got? You don't have a huge extra deck. Okay. Under Dragon, possibly? Dragon Link? I think Dragon Link is pretty much all dark monsters. Alright, that looks like Dragon Link. I can take advantage of that. Lubellion. Okay. Drew a Swarm. Drew Swarm's effect allows him to banish, or I think, wait, banish a special summon monster? No, send a special summon monster to the graveyard, which I don't have, so no worries there. Have an attack bonus when it's banished. I do gotta watch out for the new Link 5 that they have. It's really annoying. You can basically negate any monster's effect for a special summon effect. Tedious as hell. Boldrake. Boldrake also is Boldrake lets you banish special summon monsters, but you have to tribute your own monsters to do it. There wasn't such a high cost for that. I mean, tempting for me to use. Surely, you're not just gonna attack the 1800. Oh, the abuse of Link 1s. Nope. You don't get a boot sector launch. Fuck you. When can you special summon yourself? During your main phase, you can place one branded continuous spell trap from your deck face up on your field. How does this guy special summon himself back? By attributing one level 6 or higher dragon monster. Okay. Not do that as a quick effect. Probably get rid of this thing, so you can't recycle. Oh, no, here comes Lubellion. Here's Lubellion. Okay. Can still activate this guy. Yep, he activated it. Adds a level 8 later Dark Dragon monster. Oh. Okay, we got a Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. We go into a Link 4 right now. Fortunately, even if he goes into Link 5, lose one turn will negate it, and I can still banish him with Ice Prison. face-up rocket monster you control, and one rocket monster in your graveyard. Destroy that monster in the field and add that other monster. Unity Romulus. Yep, that's not gonna work. Want to incentivize them to do a big link play. I may have to activate Phoenix Chain on this guy to get him to link away with it. What I'm tempted to do. May also run out of time doing what he's doing. He's taking a long time. All his moves. Surely does not want to end their turn on this board. Yeah! Time limit up? Nope, they disconnected. Hell yeah, dude. Suck my nards. Platinum, rank 4. Alright, well we got some test value out of 10k Broker. Honestly, I just want to chronicle the progress so far. So I'm satisfied with that. I'm honestly going to cut it off. It was 2 hours, few games, relatively consistent up streak. Very nice. I'll try to continue this once again at a later date. I'm going to try to maintain that, 2 videos of progress, per season type of deal. And the season's about to roll over anyway, so hopefully have another one very soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.